Hi folks, Stephen Fiorentino here with CrossFit Medusa again. I want to talk to you real quickly today about ring dips. Our challenge for the month is get one strict ring dip, or if you already have strict ring dips, as many ring dips as you possibly can. So we want to talk to you a little bit about the progression, how we're going to get there, and how we can start working on our strict ring dip. So ring dips are exactly what they sound like. We jump up to the top of the rings, start off nice and locked out at the top, hands come to my rib cage at the bottom, and then locked out at the top again. So just to start here, we have to be able to be stable at the top of the rings. So we want to set our rings to be, I always like to go top of the ring is about bottom of my rib cage. I think that's a good height, gives me plenty of clearance. Jump up to the top, and if we can hold here for, I'd say about 15 seconds, then we can start that ring dip. Gymnasts will tell you that you have to externally rotate the shoulder and get the elbows forward. We're not as concerned with that here. We're just talking, working that range of motion and getting that full ring dip. So hop up to the top, hold here for 15 seconds. That's our first one. From there, we're thinking, how tight can we stay? I'm squeezing the rings to my body, and I'm pushing my elbows back. I'm allowing my chest to drop. So that's our eccentric ring dip. We want to work on that right after that stability at the top. It's 15 seconds at the top. Then we jump to the top, push the elbows back, see how slowly we can lower ourselves down to the bottom of that ring dip. From there, we can just start working on our dips. So just like any other gymnastics movement, the place to start is with bands. So come on in close. So for setting up our bands, it's the same as we do on a pull-up rack. Let's start with a nice thin band, wrap it around, get this nice and tight. Then we want to go from the outside and come back in, and then I can just pinch that band down with my other hand. Here I've got a nice stable platform. I can send one knee in, and then here we want to think torso is nice and upright, so I can bring that other foot up, dip down, push straight up. Push straight up. Push straight up. Just like with any other banded movement, the less tension we have on here, the more difficult it's going to be. And we want to think, just like we did with our pull-ups, we want to go, sets of 5, 3 sets of 5 before we move on to a lighter band. And then I think, from talking with people, that there's a bit of a gray area between bands and strict ring dips. And that's where I like to bring a box into the mix. So once you've got 3 sets of 5 with the purple band, not a lot of resistance there, I'll bring in a box right in front of us, plant the heels, elbows locked out at the top, and then again, chest comes down, elbows push back, hands come to the rib cage, straight overhead. So that's the box dip. The thing I like about the box dip the most is by pushing your heels down into the box, you can directly regulate how much assistance you're getting out of this. So as we're with the band, when you're at the bottom, you definitely get the most pressure. Here, you can just sort of drive in with your heels and power yourself out of the bottom. From there, I would say just once you've got 3 sets of 5 and you can really get after it with the box dips, take the box away and just get after that first strict dip. But like we've been doing with all of our other gymnastics work with our progressions, it's just time, practice, and do a little bit of everything. Do banded dips, do the eccentrics, go as slow as you can without a band, use the box, and then just give it a try. Got the whole month to try to get as many ring dips as possible. So that's it, folks. Get dipping.